What's going on is Anton from antondaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Getting ready for the Millionaire Morning Show. And so before I really deep dive into that and give you guys this great performance, usually at this time that you're watching this video, it will be a video of something that somebody sent me in popular culture in an email that you wanted me to react to. And so I'll give you my thoughts on that. But I think that it's important for us to have more direct conversations and really get down to the thick of things instead of putting all of the fluff. And don't worry, I'm still going to drop you some of the same videos. And we got a new show that's coming next week, so I can't wait to announce that to you guys on Monday. So, February, we ramping up. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. We just dropped a great video. Actually, we did a live stream, and then I re-uploaded it for the people in the back. But DEI, right? That's the other major thing. We got the food stamps conversation, the Section 8 conversation, the Victim Olympics conversation. Of course, always going to have people that's complaining about their demographic of people is getting silenced. And we like to separate ourselves based off of your sexuality and gender and whether or not you feel like you're a victim or you're being systematically oppressed and all of this stuff, right? But the reality is this. The only people that are complaining about DEI is two groups of people. The first group of people that's complaining about DEI are the people that is losing their job and they're getting laid off because they never really had the skill set to add value in the society. Let's talk about that group of people first. So what the fuck is a DEI initiative? Why do you need to be in an office like an HR resource making sure that we divide people? Because really that's all it is. All DEI is a divisive measure to keep people segregated so that you can give somebody else a leg up for an opportunity that they may or may not have deserved, right? You're separating it and you're making it much harder for somebody that may or may deserve it, may or may not deserve it, that is not looking at the job based off of DEI with somebody, and you individually searching for somebody else. And it's not just with regard to jobs. It's everything. It's opportunity, it's scholarships, it's the military, it's all of these different things. And I seen Trump sign the initiative that basically addresses DEI, and it came from this whole, plane crash that happened in DC. And so I'm gonna deep dive into that on the Millionaire Morning Show. But if you can't hack it, big dog, then you just not gonna be a part of the cool kids club. Now, that also leads into point number 2 in that I don't see men complaining about DEI. Or if I do see a guy talk about it, then they talking about it on behalf of somebody else that's complaining about DEI. Honestly, this is a woman issue. This is a woman issue. This is y'all thing. Guys should just completely remove themselves from these conversations with regard to DEI and Section 8 and food stamps. When we was growing up here in Michigan, and I don't know if this was in other states, they was talking about it and they would call it women and children, WIC. It was called WIC, and it was separate from food stamps and Section 8, and you got some extras. It was called women and children, and I never understood why they separated and they said women and children. When we talk about family court laws, when we talk about most of the things that's wrong with this country, this is y'all shit. Real talk. Like, if we really want to get into it, and I never anticipated going here because this is a conversation that we probably need to have on After Hours. Make sure y'all tap into After Hours tonight. It's absolutely a phenomenal program. We have some great conversations. But all of these things that we see problematic in society today don't have nothing to do with us men. Now, we may see some guys out here that jump on the bandwagon because they want to get some box, or they think that they're going to get your approval, or you think that their communication style is going to translate into them really making you feel better. And then he talk about your love languages and stuff like that. There's a lot of guys that's telling you what you want to hear. But the reality is this. All of these issues that we see happening in society today, all of these problems, these are things that women are putting us into. Most of us don't give a fuck about none of it because it doesn't affect us. We don't care about whether or not the migrants is being deported like that. You know why? Because our life is not going to change. We got to get up and we got to go to work tomorrow, regardless of what happened when Manuel and Guatemala, Vietnamese, Venezuelans, and all of the rest of these people is getting deported over into another country. We cool with it. You know why? Because it makes it a greater opportunity for the people that are inherently born inside of the United States of America to be successful. We don't give a fuck. We don't care about your diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives because none of us was applying for our jobs based off of that. Everything that we got, we had to earn it in this month. We don't care about your food stamps getting removed because most of us don't get food stamps. I mean, I don't know the numbers right off the top of my head, but I don't know any guys that willingly get online and go on TikTok and say, oh my God, I'm so complaining about food. All I see is white women and and black women complaining about food stamps. We wouldn't even have voted the way that y'all voted as far as black guys rocking out with Kamala Harris at a 78, 77% clip if 93% of the black women wasn't whining and complaining about it and aligning with Michelle Obama and her marriage is allegedly on the rocks. We don't give a fuck about all of this stuff that y'all keep trying to make us concerned about. You know what we care about? Getting our money, getting some box, chilling out, making sure that we are the best that we ever are in life, and then making sure that our kids is taken care of for the most part. And everything else, you can have it. You can have it. And in the minute that we open up our mouths and we say, listen, we don't care. Hey, maybe you need to get a job. Oh, now you want to have a complaint about it. I thought you wanted equal. Listen, you know what equal is? Equal is not just equal opportunity, but it's equal repercussions because men know that you eat what you kill, right? Nobody is supposed to give nobody a leg up. You know what the civil rights movement was for? The civil rights movement was for black people at a time when black people didn't have opportunity based off of slavery and coming out of slavery and the racism that was basically being implemented across America because it was really a commerce. It was really a commerce move. You know, nobody was really racist against black people for the sake of being racist against black people. They were enslaved so that we can monetize as Americans because there were black people that were slave owners too, so that they can monetize it in order to continue to build up this country. And it was capitalism at its finest. Once the South was weakened as a result of slavery being abolished because it was a move, it was a play, right? Once slavery was abolished, then we had to start recognizing people as equal human beings. Okay, well, that was a process. Civil rights movement, all of this affirmative action, cool, we got that. Now, you have the freedom to do whatever you want to do when you want to do it, and you want to hold on to these legacy programs that was hijacked by feminism, that was hijacked by the alphabet community, that was hijacked by all of these other places. It became a noose around your neck more than it became beneficial because you tied yourself to the federal government for the rest of your life. Now you're all part of the Democratic plantation. You don't know how to get out of it because you've been handicapped and now you don't know how to think for yourself. So the very thing that was supposed to liberate you then became the thing that enslaved you. And you think that we supposed to follow y'all off a cliff instead of taking advantage of the opportunities and really leveraging this system in a way that things are going inside of America and the greatest opportunity of all the time, just so we can continue to make you feel good because you don't want to do what you got to do. You are able-bodied human being. You advocated for freedom. You advocated for equal. Your vote count just as much as ours, but we supposed to take you serious. Really? Is that the way that things go? Listen, man, you better get on your own too. Ain't no more handouts. Ain't no more handouts no more. If you wasn't getting the with us out of the mud, then ain't nobody checking for you. And ain't nobody saying it to you specifically. We talking about cultural norms. Cultural norms. Get off of Section 8. Get off of food stamps. Stop opening up your legs and having children and then expecting taxpayers to take care of your fucking kids. And also make sure that you're not a DEI hire by adding value into whatever it is that you get hired in for and be able to be a producer. Be a producer instead of just a consumer. Don't nobody owe you nothing. We done with that. That's over. It's over. It's over. Stop depending on the federal government to take care of you and your stupid kids. We tired of your kids. We don't even like them. And they get mad at me for saying, hey, man, don't volunteer to be a step baby daddy. What? Get out of here, man. Get out of here with that nonsense. We got a show to do. You know why? Because we eat what we kill. We got a show to do. We're going to add value into people's lives. And we're going to take care of business and we're going to run it up. No more. No more running in the victim Olympics. Grow up. Grow up. It's over. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Also, teach Henley 40% off your first order plus 20% off for life. I love you. I appreciate you. I'll holler at you later. Peace.